Hello, hello. How is everyone? How's everyone this fine Thursday? Everyone doing cool? Welcome in, Spec. Have a really good drive. Loppily, loppily. Hi, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. How's your day going? Um, I think, I think we should shout out Ollie, actually. Um, so our own I'm perfect. 15 streak. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I think we'll shout out Ollie first. Let me get their name. Ollie has been a pretty dedicated bean in the dungeon. They've done lots of art. They are a very cool person. They are very active in the Discord, and they have played so much of D&D, and they're currently streaming right now. So if you do want to go say hi or have another tab or whatever you'd like to do, that is totally cool and awesome because they deserve some love. They're just starting out. I think they're doing their third stream, and I think they just need to do like 4-day streams, and they already have monetization for Twitch, which is amazing, amazingly fantastic and awesome. Hi Daniel, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? How are you? You up for playing some D&D today? We'll be switching over in just a sec. I'll give Ollie a shout out. What else? What other news? I didn't get to put a message, but our very dear Ymir has done lots of work on their Discord and added some really cool features. So I'm super proud of them, super chuffed. It's really cool. We need 50 followers before monetized. I think it's actually 25 now, Lopley. They brought it down to 25. Be right back. No worries. No worries. There is no hurry. I mentioned this before in the Discord, and I think I mentioned it in the last stream. Yes, we gonna have movie nights. Yes, hell yeah. I think I mentioned it in the last stream, but I had to push back the Dungeon Derby because I was sick, and there's a lot of work I need to do and put into that. So I kind of threw together an arena. It was a really good excuse to basically put all my notes together and organize it for all my monster stats because they're all over the place at the moment. So I have them nice and cleanly put together in a little program called Obsidian, which is basically Notepad with tabs. Which, if I continue to maintain, should make things much easier in the future as well for all my stats and stuff. And yeah, there were a few plans I had for my Discord, but I think there's no like easy out of the box way to do it. I'd really like something like a simple TTRPG-ish thing where you could do a command every day and then you get like a quest or a work order, and then you'd get like 2 options to respond, and it could be like a fail state or a dice roll as to whether you succeed, and then you get points. But I think I'd also like the points to mean something, like you'd be able to spend the points to get something. So I haven't put all of that either together in my head, or I don't know a system or process to build that out yet. But that was something on my to-do list. I was also talking about doing VC stuff as well, running a game or doing some workshops for character making. I really should put like some actual work into that. Welcome back, Daniel. This is actually good timing. Let's flip over to the arena. VC stuff you do. Yeah, I actually talked about it ages ago, like a dozen streams ago, doing like maybe character making workshop and maybe like running a little bit of a game or running a simplified game. I don't know, it'd be a lot of work on top of what I already have to put together for the weekly dungeon game. It's a misfit, hell yeah! What's up, Miz? How are you doing today? How was the rest of Tamagotchi life last night? I don't know how much longer you streamed for. But I had to crash. I was out of brain juice. We're just going over to our arena. Let's do a little intro in a sec. So valid. I love that game. It's so much fun. Bye cheese. Thank you for popping in every stream. I appreciate that so much. Such a good burger. I really appreciate you all the same every time. Oh, and I need to give out a shout out to I Need a Cup of Tea, who I'll hop on a Discord in a second. No rush, Daniel. Take your time. We're not in a rush today. It's gonna be pretty chill until we get into the combat, and then it's gonna be kick flips, balls to the walls action. What was I saying? Yes. I Need a Cup of Tea, who just joined the Discord, is a good friend of mine. They've actually DM'd a couple of games I've played in. And while I was offline, they both followed me on Twitch and they dropped a sub. So I have to wait for Twitch to process it, but I think I am definitely over the cap I need for a payout. Won't be able to join this one, doing birthday stuff with Key today. No worries, Miz. That's spend time with Key. Key is awesome. They deserve full attention on their birthday. Yeah. Be nice to them. You're always nice to them, but be extra nice to them because it's their birthday. Okay, let me grab my seat. Lopoly, are you in classes today, or do you want to play? Are you free to play? Let me know. No. No, you don't have classes today, or no, you're busy. And what do we want for... You don't have classes today? Hell yeah. What do we want for background music? You're free. Awesome. Free as a bird. I'm a bird. Oh, here's something we can do. I have set up polls to work on screen. I'm hopping on Discord. That's perfect, Daniel. Still no rush. Take your time. Okay. Oh, can I not do it from here? Do I have to go to Twitch? Okay, one sec. Ignore being able to see behind the curtains. Do a poll here. Why you no work? I guess polls don't work. I was gonna poll what you guys wanted for background music, but I guess I can just ask. I think it's just Daniel and Lopoly at the moment, and anyone who's lurking. Do you want Animal Crossing? Do you want Zelda and Jazz? Or do you want one of the background soundtracks like the Western music, or we have boss music? We might save that till we start an actual battle. Any preferences? I'll turn on the Western music for now anyway. This was supposed to be the soundtrack for the last game in the junkyard, but I think I messed up the sound settings and you couldn't actually hear it. So let me know if that's okay. Did we listen to the Western music before? I don't think so. It was on, it was just way too quiet with the settings I had set up. So I'd go for this, to be honest. Hell yeah. Alright. Start with introducing the Dungeon Arena. the big cheers from the crowd. The stadium's filled. The boss and the boss's close friends are up in the main viewing thing. Be right back. I'll go make a coffee. Hell yeah. Enjoy making your coffee. I hope it's super tasty. We have Audrey, our little radio mimic announcer. The stadium is filled with dungeon friends, associates, randomers who just seem to have found their way here, and tokens from other campaigns that I've run, like personally, just to fill up the place. So there's a big shout and roar, excitement. I want this to repeat. And will this cheering do? It's more of a gentle clap, but yeah, there's a crowd of shouting and roaring people as we go behind the scenes of the dungeon arena to the Grizzly Beans locker room, and we have Lopley and Daniel. Will you be playing Bean again? That is your little bean from the last game. Yep, okay, hell yeah. Right, we have 2 beans, so I'll be lowering the difficulty a little bit. It's going to be 2-on-2 matches. As the crowd yells and our heroic beans enter from the left side of the arena. Who will you be participating against is the next question. There are 9 teams. I was also going to do a poll for this, but since polls aren't working, as I said, I'll let you guys pick. We have... I'll zoom in a little bit. We have the goblins, who have a vendetta against the beans for what happened in the last game in the junkyard. They want their revenge. We have zombies and ghosts. We have the rat folk, who are back for another scrap. We have the dungeon's own skellies. We have the dungeon cleaning team, the slimes. We have some of Ymir's cultists. We have the tax boys. And we have some city guards that have just accidentally wandered into the dungeon. Not completely sure how they got here, but they are here and they're ready to fight. And we have the dungeon secretarial team, Henry, his mimic, and a couple of enchanted books. Who do you guys fancy going up against? You can pick whoever you want, and it'll, as I said, it'll be a 2-on-2, so we'll balance it out. So Daniel and Lopley, you'll get to pick which group you'll be taking on. Sideways, welcome in. May I roll my IRL dice and say what I get? If it's for picking a group, that is absolutely fine. If it is for the game, I would prefer that you roll in Discord so we can all see what the result is and we can have it up on screen. Hello, how are you feeling today, Rainbird? I'm feeling so much better. Sideways. I'm recovering well. How are you? And would you like to join us for a little bit of D&D arena combat today? You are most welcome to if you would like. Oh, trap switch. Oh, you got an adventure. Maddie, welcome in. How is my favorite evil resident? Very nice. I'm super sore, but not in pain. Now I'll just watch. Okay, no worries. Maddie, how are you today? I am just looking for players. We have 2 so far. And we have a choice. We are doing arena combat because I was sick at the weekend and I didn't have enough time to plan a full game. So I'm looking for players, but I know it is super, super early for you, and you're probably at work as well. You are welcome to join, though. I'm good, wanting to play more Biohazard, hell yeah. Oh no, I hope you are better. Yes, I'm doing much better. I had a really bad flu or COVID or something in between. But like the worst day was on Sunday, and I've been steadily recovering since. So we're doing okay. My Discord is being a pain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Daniel. Yeah, for this particular game, since I only have 2 players anyway, I will let you roll your home dice. I'll make an exception this time to keep things flowing. We're kind of just waiting for Lopley to get back then. No Resident Evil parasites, I hope. Not a parasite. Possibly the, what's a random letter to pick that hasn't been used? The Z virus. So Sideways and Maddie, I was introducing the possible opponents, the Omega virus. You know, I think that actually might be a virus in the games. And if you say it real fast... Oh no. I don't know, I thought I thought that quiz wasn't that bad. At least for what I got. Yeah, so I was introducing the other teams. They're all little groups that have been in previous games. And we're just gonna have a little combat game. That's the plan. Also, if the music gets tedious, please let me know. Because we have options. We have options now. I've set up my soundboard as well. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm trying to think if I have any news, but you know, I've been sick for the week, so I don't have a whole lot to talk about because, you know, I spent most of the week either in bed or resting. One of the things I've been thinking about is I really do need like a time filler, something to do between turns, and well, I don't want to say waiting for people. That sounds mean. Like I'm trying to fill in time. Someone in Kato's server recorded me saying I have a pimple on my face, and now it's on his soundboard. That monster. It's funny though, as long as it's funny. As long as it's funny and you're okay with that being a thing. Lopley, do you have your coffee? Do you have a preference on who you and Daniel with Bean will be competing against? We have the Goblin Boys, the R&D department. We have some zombies led by a ghost. We have the Rat Folk from the Junkyard. The goblins and the rat folk both have a little bit of a vendetta against the beams. We have our beloved skelly boys, who are just in here for the fun. We have our little goos. We have Ymir's cultists. I would be the kind to go for the strongest immediately. They're kind of all relatively balanced, but I think Meridian is a pretty big buff lady. So we could set up Meridian and a guard for the first fight. My sister wants to be smacked. Okay. I don't want to get in between sibling rivalry. I must fight my fellow cultists. You don't have to. Like I said, there's options. There's 9 choices. I might just put in Meridian and the guard to start with, to get things rolling. Oh god. What's the oh god for, Daniel? Okay. So from the right side of the arena enters Meridian the Null and a city guard. Down here, you guys hear a huge uproar and cheer, as there seems to be a family of Nulls in the crowd with like similar coloring. You think they might be related. Might be actually Meridian's family. Okay. Let's go for some initiative rolls and get this show on the road. This laptop is taking years to frickin' load. Oh no, Daniel, I'm sorry to hear you're having tech troubles. We are not in a rush. It is going to be a pretty chill game. Well, I mean, it's not going to be that chill because it's going to be like straight up combat, but in terms of like time, we're not rushing it tonight. We're taking it easy. And I do want to... It's more of a test run for arena combat, so I might bring us back in the future. We'll see. Let me get my stats for City Guard. Cool, that works. Nice. AC, HP, and their attacks. And let's get some initiative rolls. Or you use the one I did already. We'll get a fresh initiative roll for this game, please, lovely. Lop. Your initiative is a +1. And I'm gonna get my dice, my real dice. So just a second. And I'll get up my turn order, which we'll put here, and I will add everyone. Let's give everyone a turn. And Lawfully and Bean. Alrighty, let's get rolling. Okay, it is a 9, 10, 11 for our big BP Meridian. Strong lady. It is an 11, 12 for the guard. I do have a couple of things to add to the arena. It's an 11 for Lopoly. And Daniel, what error did you get there? So it's... Oh, you got it. A 16. All right. Let's get them in order then. Okay, so initiative is going to be Bean first, then Guard, then Lopley, and then Meridian. There is quite a bit of distance to cover as well. But I will let you guys do what you would like. Daniel, here are the stats for your little bean. You are first to act. You have ranged weapons. You have a pebble sling and a dart. And there's not a lot of places to hide, but you could try nimble escape somewhere. It is up to you. Can I attempt to use my sling? Of course you can, yes. Are you targeting the guard, or are you targeting Meridian? Guard, alright, give me a d20 plus 4 to attempt to hit them. I just realized I'm tapping my foot, and that's making my wingy ears pop up and down. An 8. I'm gonna check their AC. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I'm afraid that is not enough. Wait. Yeah, you added the 4. I'm afraid that is not enough. D-Gen, welcome in. How are you? How are you, sugar? A 2. A 2. Your EP? Oh, good morning. Good morning, little possum. You know what? I always say when you get a low initiative, that means you have more time to plan your turn. I always try to look at the upside to that. Do you want to join us, D-Gen, or will you just be watching? We're doing arena combat. What shall I do, me? We're prepping. I love your positivity. Hell yeah. I'll join? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, do I have a D-Gen bean already? I do. Do you want to be the little bean again, D-Gen? Yes, alright. So, slightly eepy and a little late to the start, the D-Gen bean runs in, and one of the guards, who's also feeling a little eepy, also joins the fight. Daniel, with Bean, you still have movement if you'd like to move. And D-Gen, can I get an initiative roll from you? You've rolled before. It's just in my server under the live D&D section. /R space 1d20 plus 2. Can I move up? Yes, you want to move straight forward? You have 30 feet, so you can get to there if you'd like. Yeah, alright. The little bean making a beeline. Getting an error there, dgen. So it's /r space 1d20 plus 2 should be what you need to put in. But if you can just do 1d20, then we can add your modifier as well. A 4! Oh no, the dice gods are not with us tonight. Yet, but the tides can turn. Okay. No, not the sad possum. Oh, but a 10 stream streak. Hell yeah, thank you so much. Plus, that slips you to the bottom of the board, so I don't have to rework initiative. Oh, that's a cute emote. Oh, that's the new one that Imp made. That's so cute. Okay. The guard, who has a little bit of range, but not a huge amount, is gonna move up. I'll add a turn for their buddy. I'm just gonna stick them after dgen, since they came in afterwards. Okay, so this guard gonna head straight out. They don't have a fully ranged attack, they just have additional reach. So they have like a 10-foot reach with their pike. You'd be able to tell that just by looking. Loppop, it is your turn now. Bring it home. Yes, my lord. And I'll give you your stats if you would like. There you go. They are a little bit out of the range of your vial and your net launcher. You can use your action to dash though, so you can move further. You can move 60 feet. Oh, dgen, this background music is what was supposed to be playing in your junkyard. I can't grab your mirror as a weapon this time. Oh. I mean, you'd have to run after them a bit, but Bean is there and dgen is next to you if they would consent to being picked up. You go to the side. Up or down? Do it. Let me take that off, and I'll put up the grid for you as well. Let's put a square in there. Grab dgen with me so they don't have to do their movement. Oh, genius. So you use a object interaction to pick up the dgen bean. North, south, north, east, south, east. Is this east? South, right? Oh, you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll to pick up dgen. You just need to tell me where you want to move with them. G4. G4. All right. It's about there. It's a little more than 30 feet, but that's fine. And you've got a little degen under your arm. Okay, that is a turn. If it's possible, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right, you guys can see Meridian swings her axe, digs her paws into the ground, and goes for a charge forward. They can move slightly further. Turn. So they're going to come 40. And they're going to use their action to get right up in front of you, Lopoly and Degen. But that is their whole turn. They cannot attack. Degen, you are currently under the arm of a Lopoly bean. What would you like to do? And I'll give you your stats there. And I got a hydrate from Aaron, so I'm also going to take a sippy. She decided it was my time, bro. She's a big lady, but I think you can take her. I think you can take her, Lopoly. I've seen you threaten. I'm sure you can back it up. How are we, my goat? I am doing good, Aaron. We are in the arena. Just starting off. It's going to be a kind of a chill game. Probably a little bit of a shorter stream. How's everything going over on Ollie's side? Is everything working? Nothing scuffed up? Not sure what to do. Wiggle my tail. I'll give you your attack, your stats, Degen. You can have a look through them there. You have claws for close range attacks. You have a pebble sling and scrap darts for ranged. And you have nimble escape, which lets you disengage and hide as a bonus action. You also have Crack Skulker, but I don't think that's going to be so much use in this particular open arena. Can I do my sling? Yes, it will be a disadvantage because it's a ranged weapon though, at point blank. Unless you want to shoot at one of the other guards. Fix my internet, and so I had to bring my full PC setup downstairs. Oh, bring! Oh, hell! Oh, that sounds painful. Oh wait, we're right on someone? Yes. Degen, on their turn, Meridian charged right up to you guys. They used an action dash, and they have more movement than a bean. You wanna go claws? Alright, give me a d20 plus 4. That is your attack roll as a little bean. Oh! Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Thank you for the ara. Also, I added a little gift to that. I added a gift to a couple of the sound redeems. Not all of them yet. I'll work my way through them. And if anyone would like new sound redeems or redeems in general, just suggest it in what part of the Discord? In stream discussion. I'm always open to new suggestions. That is how Lopoly got her her Kissu redeem. Degenerate K with a 13. Is that a hit? I'm checking the stats. Meets it, beats it, D-Gen. Just a minute, Lopley. We'll let D-Gen do her attack first, which I believe is a D4 plus 2, but I'm gonna check. Yes, 1d4 plus 2. A 6, hell yeah. Okay. I usually count up the damage rather than having the number there and taking it away, so I can keep it a mystery to you guys. Alrighty, that was an attack. D-Gen, do you want to disengage and do a move, or are you chilling there with Lapopoli? As the brave little D-Gen bean slashes to bits this huge Knoll's ankles. You got max damage as well, good job. I will let you, D-Gen, decide if you want to disengage and move. And we'll go to this guard. They are going to do the same as their bro, chase their commander to try to get there to help. And we will... You shall stay, hell yeah. Brave little bean. Daniel, it is your turn with your bean. Bean the bean. What would you like to do? Do sadly have to get back to work, but have a great stream. Thank you so much, Maddie. Oh my gosh. That's a whole bunch of bits. Amazing. Thank you, Maddie. I really appreciate that. You little gem. That's so nice of you. Have a good day at work. I hope everything goes really well, and I hope I can get you your next stream. Oh, and it's an Ollie. Hello. Can I move forward 2 spaces, then use the sling? Yes, you can. Welcome in. Welcome in, Ollie. Go. Ollie, do you also want to join in the game? Do you want to use the Jazzo bean, or should I make that an Ollie bean? And how was your stream? How did it go? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in, all of Ollie's community. Welcome to the dungeon. I am a Rainbird, the dungeon boss, or dungeon master for today. This is my dungeon. I run D&D games, and I also play games on Mondays and Tuesdays. And also, Ollie, if you need to raid and run, or you need a break, do feel free to. I thought there would be less scuff today, but oh well. Welcome to VTubing. Before stream, I had to fix my activity feed and my chat display in OBS, and I had to tinker with my sound because nothing was coming out to my headphones. They were both easy fixes, but they were both scuff. It never stops. It never goes away. Daniel, do take your slingshot. Tell me who are you aiming at? Is it the same guy again? Is it Meridian? So this was the guy you shot at before. And Meridian is the boss up there. Attack the person next to my other teammates. Okay, go for it. D20 plus 4. I thought I'd fixed everything already. 17, that's a hit, hell yeah. Unfortunately, Ollie, even when you fix everything and everything seems to be working, it will break. Things will break again. Yeah, roll your damage, Daniel. You're a little bean, so that is a D4 plus 2. But, 5. Okay, we're racking up the damage. 5 plus 6 is 11. I can do basic math. Hell yeah. Okay, do you want to do any more movement in any directions, or are you locking into that spot? But Ollie, we will definitely have a VC, and I will guide you through your OBS, and we'll have everything like super set up, and should be easier for you to move around when streaming. All right, on to this. Disguise change. This guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Daniel, they are going to get in range to do an attack on you. On Bean. Let me just get their stats. City Guard. That is not a hit. So the guard swings out with their pike, but the little beans are so small that he hasn't judged it correctly, and it just grazes the top couple of bits of fur on your head and flies over you without doing any damage. All right, Lopop, it is your turn. Account switch. I'm picturing it like a Sailor Moon transformation though. Staying hydrated, Jazzo. Yes, you better be hydrating. Is the music a tad loud? Is that better? Or is that too much? Also, it's getting a little too repetitive for me, so I am gonna switch it. It's fine right now for me. We want to hear our birdie. All right. Lopop, it is your turn though. Since everyone seems to like it as well, I'm gonna switch this to Jazz. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna switch this to Zelda and Jazz. Just let me mute the ads. You attack the big lady? Okie dokie. We'll stop that for a minute. And switch over to some jazz. And maybe I'll play the boss music in a little bit as well. Attack the big lady. Okay. Lopley, give me your attack roll. That's a d20 plus 4. I assume you're going with claws? You do also have your acid vial and your net launcher. Oh, and you're a medium bean, so you have multi-attack, so you can do 2 claw attacks if you want. Keep that if needed. All right. So go for your 2 claw attacks. So it'll be a d20 plus 4. And you can do it twice. Two claw attacks. Heck yeah. Ah, the spec's home safe. Excellent, excellent. I'm glad you did not crash and explode. You are my favorite spec. A 19. Heck yeah, that's a hit. And a 15. A 15 is also a hit. Give me both your damages. That's 1d6 plus 2. And you can give it to me twice. Okay, 6, that's really decent. It's very nice. And a set. Oh no. Oh no. Not that combination of numbers. Degen, I know you have an emote specifically for that combination of numbers. If you could put it in chat. Thank you, DJ. Also, I love that emote as well. I don't know why I find it so funny. It's the facial expression, I think. King her voice. Oh. Okay. So plus 6. Oh. Plus 7. 24. They are looking in real bad shape. They're looking in real bad shape. Loppily, you did a massive amount of damage there. The crowd, all up here, going absolutely wild. Like, yeah, woo, Loppily bean, yeah. Hear a couple of shouts from over here as well, and a couple of shouts from over here. You can see this group, who seem to be like related, maybe. That particular group is they're booing, but everyone else is cheering at how awesome that was. Alrighty, Loppily, any movement? I'm being so perfect. So perfect, so innocent. Just keep it in mind, because you're next to them, if you do move away, it would be an attack of opportunity from them. Oh, and we have ads starting in a minute as well. I knew I was, so I don't know. I'm scared now. Are you okay, Daniel? Going behind the lady. All right. So a little bit of tactical movement from Loppily. So now Degen and Loppily have Meridian surrounded. It's now Meridian's turn. They are gonna swing on one of you. You've both hit them, so I'm gonna give it a 50-50 on a die. 1, 2, and 3 is Degen. 4, 5, and 6 is Loppily. So I'm rolling the dice, and it is a 6. It's gonna be Loppily. I'm gonna swing on you. I'm so sorry. They still could miss, though. They are strong. 9, 10, 11, a 12. What's your AC again? It does not hit. It does not hit. Multitasking, but I'll take you up on that VC thing. Yeah, hell yeah. Absolutely. No problem at all. Okay, lawfully, as you attacked them and you hopped behind them, they went for a swing at you. You were too quick. You were too quick. You dodged their battle axe as it flies through the air. They do have a bonus action. Let me remind myself what that is. Okay. They're going to use their bonus action. They let out a loud roar. And the two soldiers seem to get attention and add. There's an actual clanker in your kitchen. You mean like a robot? Also, Daniel, please don't spam in that chat. I like to keep it mostly for the dice rolls. Reactions are fine, but please don't use it to chat. Please come back to the Twitch chat if you can. Okie dokie. We are back to D-Gen. D-Gen, what would you like to do? You'll do the same thing? Sorry, dear Burry, I'm being a bad influence. No, it's no worries. I'm absolutely fine with people having a little reaction to their dice in the chat at the bottom. I actually think that's quite fun. I just don't want like whole chats going on in there. 6, wait, 7, 8, 9. That's a 10. That's still not enough. That's still not enough, I'm afraid. Okay, D-Gen, you do have bonus action disengage, and you can move. Would you like to scoot around anywhere? And keep in mind, your last attack did quite a decent bit of damage. I'll protect you, D-Gen. Aw. Staying strong where I am? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You might be small, but you're a tough possum. Bean. I'm so brave and I got Lopley. Okay. It is the other guard's turn. And they can make the distance to attack you, Lopley. I'm afraid you are the closest person to them. They are gonna do a swing with their pike. 12, 13, 14. 14 is a hit. So he's run up to you. He's stabbed out with his pike. He did not miss. Let's roll some damage. 4, 5, 6. 6 damage to Lopley. Barely a flesh wound. Okay, that is their turn. Daniel, it is your turn. I'm AVK. I don't know what that means. I know what AFK means. Wait, is F next to V? Oh, it is. Tis but a flesh wound mentioned. Get arms off. 13. Thank you for the initiative roll, Daniel. Oh, two adventures with the explosive door trap. Spec at 44 kills total. I'm on the grind. There's not going to be any adventures left. I have to work for a bit. I just got home and gonna walk my pup. No worries, DGen. I'll kind of leave you on autopilot and just attack on your turns if you'd like. Hydrate, thank you. Tanking the adventurers market. Yes, please, I'm violent. Gotcha. Adventure stocks dropping. I think, what do they call that? Artificial scarcity. I think that's your master plan. I can see what you're doing. If there are fewer adventurers, then the adventures they do have are worth more. Maybe the adventures in Whitetail City. I see what you're up to. I see what you're doing. Okay, I'm not sure if Daniel with AVK and AFK as in they're not here. You can let me know, Daniel. Or I suppose you can't if you're AFK. Bippity bobbity boo, I cast Sling. Okay, who are you casting it on? Near guard will have disadvantage because it's a ranged weapon and they are next to you. But you can take a shot on the big lady or the far guy, and I won't give you disadvantage on that. Big lady, all right, give me a roll. Uh, 1d20 plus 4. $15, that's a hit, hell yeah. Give me your damage, 1d4 plus 2. A 5. Okay. Plus 5. Okay. All of you guys notice that this big lady seems to be on their last legs. They are hanging in there by a thread. Daniel, any movement? You do have a bonus action disengage, so you can move away from the guard without taking an attack of opportunity. Can I move 5 spaces down? You sure can. So Bean takes the disengage and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 feet. Perfect. Okay. Now, would this guy chase down Bean? Or would they go and try to help their commander on their last legs? Oh, that's another adventure. Oh, the snake pit. How exciting. Another adventure down by spec. Okay, I'm gonna give them a 50-50 and roll a d4. 1 or 2, they're coming after you, Daniel. And 3 or 4, they're going up after DGen. That's a 2. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They can get there with their movement, and they have their action to attack. So they're going to go for an attack on you, Daniel. Let me get their stats up for myself. And let's see if they are as unlucky as they have been. Crossing my fingers for you. 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, that's going to be a hit. And they do 4 damage. Not too bad, not too bad. You can tank that. Blup, blup, blup. Oh, yes, Lopley, you did ask. Was there something you wanted? Was there something you wanted to tell me? You wanted me to come closer? Thank you, Lopley. It's so cute. Thank you very much. It was a very good idea for a redeem. Everyone who's seen it has said it's very cute as well. Oh, shucks. You're a very good birdie, Rainbird. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, and it is your turn, Lopley. And the best DM, I try. This is a little bit more thrown together than I would like. I would have liked to add a couple more features, and I would have liked my my Twitch polls to work with my chat. I don't know why it's not. Because I put up a I put in Twitch. I put in integration in OBS, so they'd come up on screen. It looked all nice. But yeah, your turn, Lopley. There, you are kind of surrounded right now. Can I parry the attack? I failed my parry. I'm afraid having an AC is sort of your parry. So if they beat your AC, they have hit Daniel. It's okay. I'm sure you will succeed at some point, sometimes. When we need times, don't worry. I'm surrounded, but it's not multiple Leons, sadly. I will let you know, the big lady, you can absolutely tell, is on their last legs. They are very close to being knocked out. And I can put up your stats if you would like. Now attack the big lady. All right, go for your claws. So a d20 plus 4. Uh, 12 is not enough, but you do have a second attack. A 10 also isn't quite enough, I'm afraid. Oh no. So they are gonna survive another turn to try to get another attack out. I think they're gonna swing on Degen this time. Sorry, Degen. Gotta share that damage around a little bit for everyone. So they're gonna swing. But they're gonna hella miss. Can I at least protect Degen? Nah, okay, question mark. You don't have to. They have absolutely missed their attack on Degen. But Degen does get an attack back at them, and also Degen is back. So if you are free, you can do your attack. The big lady, I'm not going to say exactly how much health she has, but essentially if you hit her, you will knock her out. How was the pupper walk? She going down? She's going down. Very good. It's cold out. Oh. I'd suggest wearing a sweater, but I heard about the incident with your sweater on your Discord. I'm so sorry about that. 7 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not gonna be enough, Degen. I'm sorry. Still sobbing about it. I would be so upset. I really have like a delicate composition. I have a low constitution roll against things like that. Okay. Degen, do you want to move? You can disengage. It actually would have been an 11, not a 9. You add 4. Be right back from it, no worries. So, Oh, I'm tough. Holding your ground. Holding your ground. Okay. Next, the guy behind our precious Lobley is probably also going to go for an attack, I'm afraid. Oh, that's a hit. And damage roll. Okay, not so bad. Lopley just took another poke from a pike. Oof. Leon, please come save Lopley. Okay, Daniel, down to you. Down at the south end of the arena. 1v1ing this guy. Is there any flash for being hit? If so, is it yellow or blue? Any flash for being hit? I don't know what you mean by flash for being hit. Like I can do not dynamic lighting. There are effects you can do. Where are they? Effects. I knew like effects like that. Like seeing a little star thing right before being hit. Oh, like what you call them? In games. Why can't I think of it? Sleepless, welcome in. Welcome to the Dungeon Arena. How are you, friends? QT, no, not QTCs. QTEs, quick time events Unfortunately, no, the dungeon does not feature QuickTime events. We function? I am glad to hear that. Oh man. Maybe when I have a bigger budget and a programming team, I could set that up. But right now I'm limited to D&D and what Roll20 can do. But it is your turn. So you can attack. Shoot the lady. That's been working for you, to be honest. Until now, I'm afraid a 6 does not quite do it. Combat? Yes, we're having an arena fight. You are welcome to join Sleepless. Spectre, if you're still there, you're also welcome to join. However, I will be adding an additional guard for each of you that comes in. Call in the resupply bean. Specky. Do you guys want the same beans as previous? Where's Spec? The big boy. All right. So, Spec comes running in first. There's a big cheer from the crowd as another combatant enters. From the other side, another guard rushes in, followed by another guard, and then everyone hears and then as Sleepless crawls up the outer wall of the arena just so they can get to the top to do a and let's rotate you to face the right direction as Sleepless does the extra work to do a superhero entrance. All right, Sleepless and Spec, can I get initiative rolls from both of you, please? Spec, that will be a d20 plus 1. And Sleepless has already rolled. Does it not come up yet? Oh, Sleepless, the initiative redeem is separate from the game roll. Yes, please. The check-in redeem is more thematic fun. Although maybe I should consider using that for the game. Okay, I'll take your first roll, Spec, which is freedom from moving stuff, and now having internet on my PC again. Hell yeah, Aaron. I need to add the tokens. Add turn. Add turn. Spec, you were 14. Bop. And Sleepless is a 5. That's fine. The big beans, they take a second to get moving. Big bean ain't the fastest. That's right. But once you build up momentum... okay, who are we on? We were on bean. So we'll just sort the order. There we go. That actually works out perfectly because bean was the top of the highest in the round. So yeah, that all worked out nicely. I have to add the other two as well. Ah! I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We'll get it done. Add turns. Quick rolls. Quick rolls. 2. 12. All right. Quickest initiative rolls in the West. Okay, Daniel and Bean. You wanted to move 6 spaces towards your teammates. All right, so I'll give you bonus action, disengage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it is Spec's turn. We just checked out our achievements again. We have a new ability. You do. So all of the beans that participated in the last game, I wanted to give something for the Dungeon Derby specifically. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do all the prep and organization I wanted to run the Dungeon Derby. So I'm running an arena this week instead, and I will run the Dungeon Derby next week, Sleepless. So if you're available to play next week, you'll be able to make use of your essentially braking or handbrake turn power. And also maybe in future arenas I might add vehicle combat as well. We can stop vehicles, like catch any other car that try to run into us. You know what? Yes. But also when you are on board a vehicle, because the derby was supposed to be essentially a race in the dungeon, or will be a race in the dungeon, you'll be able to brake and sharply turn in a vehicle you are occupying as well. Like the Flintstones putting the feet down. I'll put the vehicle mechanics together and put it a little more clearly, and then you'll be able to see where you'll be able to actually use it. Stomp on one side to make a sharp turn. Exactly. Can I bonus action hide behind Sleepless as I hold an action to follow in their shadow once they move? Yes. Yes, you can. Give me your stealth. I think that is a +4. In 3 minutes, me and a guard evaporate. Okay, yeah, that works, Daniel. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you so much for playing as well. I don't know if we'll get back to your turn. If we do, I'll try to get that turn in for you. But if you can't wait that long, I super appreciate you coming to play in my dungeon. That was your PC, Rainbird, I think. Yes, I got a beep bloop. I think it was a Facebook message. Well, we are large size, so 10 by 10. How tall is a grizzly bean? Usually it's twice the side length, so grizzly bean is 20 foot tall. I think you're a large creature, but you are on the smaller side of fitting into that cube, so You're probably like 10 or 11 feet, I think. I'd have to double check. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, Aaron. Perfect spec. I will take your hide into account against their passive perceptions, and you have the held action to follow in Sleepless's shadow. Okay. This guard is gonna go 30 feet, and then they're gonna use a action dash to try to get into the melee. This guard is the one way down at the bottom. This one is the one that's going to disappear when Bean goes. So I'm going to move them out of the game for now. And we'll take them out there as well. Lopop, it is your turn. Have a great day, night. Bye. Have a great day, night yourself as well, Daniel. Have a great time zone. It was really nice to have you here. Big beans are actually the same size, but they command the space around them masterfully. I think they're a bit bigger, but I do love that controlling the area around them masterfully, because the area around them is difficult terrain. Lop-Pop, are you still with us, my dear? I'll give Lopley a couple more moments to see if they are there. Oh, my dear. Yeah. Lopley, what would you like to do? Take down the tall lady. Hell yeah. Give me your claw attacks. If you hit with one claw attack, then you can use the second one on the guy behind you. Because I think it'll only take one. So that's a D20 plus 4. They are bigger, but yes, the model size usually is actually referring to the wingspan. Oh, without straining. So 10 foot would be accurate. Okay, mental image, 10 foot square, bean. I think the reach would be. Well, no, they can move within that 10 feet square. I'm overcomplicating it. I'm doing too much physics. 14's a hit. Lopley, you don't actually have to, but roll your damage to see if it's big or small. So it's a D6 plus 2. Double checking. A D6 plus 3. Because think about it, medium characters are not 5 feet round. That is true. Medium characters aren't a 5 foot cube. Medium characters just fit within a 5 foot square. And being a tall, lanky bean, I know that I can fit within like a 1 foot by 2 foot rectangle. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, Lopley, how do you want to do this? Because they are knocked out cold by this attack.
clothes. Who needs them? They can be scratchy.
Oh, an ad.
and uncomfy.
Hang on. Stop that. You attack the second one? Go for it. Same attack roll again. So a D20 plus 4. Clothes, who needs them? What will we put on now? Oh, you know what? I can put on the boss music since we're in combat. The boss music that you guys couldn't hear in the Junkyard game. This is what was supposed to be playing when the engine came to life. '21, hell yeah. Did you roll damage twice? Do you want to use that 6, or do you want to roll damage again, Lopley? I'll let you do either. I'll roll again, just in case. Alright. Average wingspan is equal to your height. So it makes sense that a 10-foot tall creature would be able to reach further than a creature that is a 5-foot. Yeah, that all makes sense to me. Alright, 5 damage. Bam! Lopley, swiping one claw, hitting the big lady. They go down to the ground. In the same motion, continuing the swipe, smacking the guy behind her. Alright, that takes Meridian off the board. It's the big guy's turn. Sleepless. Posture check, thank you very much. Oh, and hydrate. I'm checking my posture. I'm hydrating, I promise. Hydrating. Here's my cup. Did a sippy. Go forward. Pick up boulder. Yeet boulder. I don't think there are any boulders available within sight. Free ASMR in this economy. We can make one. Stomp the ground. Wait. Sleepless, it is like a gritty sand. You can start sort of gathering it, making something pretty similar to a dirt snowball. I would let you use your full action to compress it to be a little bit more solid. We thought it was rock. No, I'm going with gritty sort of sand. Like, have you seen the movie Gladiator? That's the kind of mental image that I have for this. I would let you rip a brick or block out of the wall. That will also cost an action, though. Because you are hella strong, but it would take that little bit more than just a what would you say? A little bit more than just a object interaction. Rip brick. We're on a phone, so the color is funky. No worries at all. Alright, Sleepless goes over to the wall, rips a chunk out of it. So you are now armed with wall. I'm going to say it's a pretty hefty chunk of wall. There's like one main block that you have, but smaller bricks are still kind of clinging to it with the plaster that was used. You still have a chunk of movement. Roll to see how big the wall chunk is. Yeah, go for it. What would be a good way to measure it? I'm gonna say it's like a 2x2 block, but give me a D4. No, I'm not even gonna make you roll athletics. I think you're strong enough to rip the bricks out of the wall. Give me a D4 for an additional, not quite foot of brick, but you get an idea of what I'm going with. So the higher the D4, the bigger the block. It's still going to be substantial, and you got a 4. This is like a whole U-sized chunk of wall. Like the guys that you're currently fighting look to be probably human. Could be elf, but probably human. This is like a them-sized chunk of wall that you just ripped out. I'm not going to ask for an intimidation either, but the two here who have seen that have taken notice. It is a big chunk of a wall. I'm going to say half movement, but you can take your 15 feet if you would like. We'll walk our 30 feet. You know what? Give me an athletics for an extra 5 and we'll make it 20. If you get higher than a 10. Apparently I snore and I'm not okay with that. What if it's really cute snoring? What if it's honk shoo me me me? $13, 20 feet. You going straight towards them? We go. All right. From where you are, 20 feet. I love that you make me think about what I have to ask for rolls for Sleepless. I really appreciate that. It's a lot of fun. D-Gen, my precious opossum. Spec does follow in the shadow. That is correct. You had a held action. Hello, D-Gen. What does your little bean want to do? The big scary lady has been knocked out. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. I want to claw the one close to us. All right. I assume you want, when you say close to us, I mean you and Lopoli. So I'll move you to there. We love playing characters that are too powerful in one very specific way, usually strength, because it makes the DM have to adapt. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, I actually put you behind them. I want you there, D-Gen. All right, D-Gen. Did you already roll your attack as well? 16. Dirty 20, 16, 17. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me your damage. 1d4 plus 2. Everything started to go the bean's way once the rock music started. Also, let's I know it's a dirty 20, but we'll still give you the the toggle. Let's go! Let's go! 20! Yeah! Dirty 20, filthy 20, let's go! Total of 5. All right. Oh, what were you guys' health? Okay. No, wait, wrong way. 10 damage total. All right. Degen, you have left this guy bleeding from his mouth. You've left him with some internal injuries. He's still standing, but barely. Who's a dirty little 20? Okay, movement and attack. It is now the guy Erect's turn. What do you mean we can't rip a wall down because it collapsed the ancient castle ruins? No, the castle! That was a load-bearing wall, Sleepless. Okay, this guy's gonna swing back at you, I'm afraid, Degen. With everything they have left. Is that gonna be a hit, though? That is gonna be a hit on Degen. But it is 4 damage. Degen, you get hit by a pike. You take it like an absolute champ. I'll give you the option. Do you want to have a new ear piercing from that pike attack? Because that is totally fine if you want to do that. But you did get a little bit stabbed right now. Okay, where is this other guard? They're back there. Yes, hell yeah. 30 and an action dash. Where would they go? Oh yeah, Bean left as well. Move Bean back to the locker room. RDM has us roll athletics to see if we accidentally are too strong at this point, considering we have 17 an advantage in athletics and a 20-foot tall Goliath barbarian. Oh my god, and barbarians have, is it double their carry capacity as well? That's insane. That's insane strength. That's Herculean. I think they would probably move around to pincer Lopley and Degen, and they would probably see Lopley is a little bit hurt, go for a swing on them, but they do have the slightly higher AC. But an 11 will not be enough. Lopley is okay. And the cavalry is on its way. Spectre, it is your turn. Pretty strong too. Can open jars of pickles. Oh my god. Jars of pickles, that is a feat of strength. Combined Goliath also having double capacity. We have 7,000 carry capacity. And that's before becoming encumbered. I can't really picture that. I know my Null has expertise in athletics. They can basically bench a Mini Cooper. So I'm kind of picturing that's like an Arctic truck with the trailer full, something like that. Maybe a medium or large sized boat. Your go, Spec. Who's next? That guard is next. Can slingshot? Can absolutely slingshot. Pew pew. Pew pew, one of these nerds. If you want to do a perception to see who might be injured, who you might be able to take out, that is also fine. You can do that for free. I'm not perceptive, don't want to pretend. Alright, pick your target. Lower, middle, or upper? Shoot the guy bothering Lopley and Degen. There are two guys bothering Lopley and Degen. Gonna have to be a little more middle. Okay. Take your shot. Do you need your stats? If you don't need your stats, I'm putting them up anyway. Didn't see the top one? That is okay. Not very perceptive. That is true, you did just say that. We are min-max to Hades and back, hell yeah. So that is a d20 plus 4 to hit Spectre. Another knight appeared, bro. What the hell? Yeah, they're just surrounding you guys. You are kind of in the middle though. You were there at the start. And as I said, cavalry is on its way, Lopley. The resupply bean, the orbital drop bean is on its way. Oh no. Oh no, not one. Okay. On a nat 1, I think, and being behind Spec. Being behind Spec being behind Sleepless and Sleepless being a big bean and getting a nat 1. Roll the damage. A d4 plus 2. Sleepless, you already know what happened. We didn't get a nat 1. Spec did. To be honest, Sleepless, this is barely even gonna hurt. So why did you say our name? Because unfortunately, on that one, Spec has missed. They are behind you, so you are gonna get hit. You got hit? You did. Not for very much at all, considering your health. Did they beat our AC? No, they got a nat 1. So on a nat 1, I do like a crit fail event. So something bad will happen, and to the party. I will usually go with something funny, but on this occasion they are a little bean and they are directly behind you, and they took their range shot. So their miss is the hit on you, but it is very little damage. This is so me core. Spec, roll me a d4 plus 2 though. Usually when one party member would hit another with a nat 1, we make them roll again to see if they beat the member's AC. That's just us. We can play it your way. Like if it was a less casual situation, Sleepless, I probably would. But to be honest, with the CR of the enemies, you could probably solo most of the encounter. And it is such a minute amount of damage for you with the sleepless big bean. Casual, I'm destroying my cover. You're really not. You're really not. We do it that way to be nicer to the party, but with that little damage, it doesn't really make a difference. Exactly. If it was a more serious situation, if it was like a hardcore arena game, and you guys were fighting tooth and nail to the death, and 4 damage was the difference between between a TPK and you guys succeeding, then I'd be like a lot more generous in those terms. But with the small amount of damage and the current situation, it's just 4 damage. Can I free action feed Sleepless some of my poutine? It's classic Canadian apology. If Sleepless would like some poutine. Oh, you actually should have had full health, so that's -3, not 4. Why not? Okay, Spec. Gonna move on from that nat 1 so we can get back to you so you can get a nat 20 before the end of the encounter. This guard. This guard is probably gonna support their boys and definitely doesn't want to go near the giant bear holding an entire wall. So they're gonna go for the smaller beans and try to get them out of the way before backup shows up. However, rolling an 8 is not the way to do that. That's a 12 total. Lopley's AC is 14. They're very surrounded. But backup really isn't very far away. Lopley, you're even more surrounded than you were. Also, guys, let me know if the music is too repetitive, and I'll switch that out for something else. Sometimes I feel not pretty, but my best friends have her sense tingling, and she come to tell me I look so damn good. I should be a model. Oh, that's very sweet. Still not Leon. I'm sad. I'm not putting in a Leon bean. It's too dangerous. I put in a Chris bean. Yeah, with our current character being able to do over 120 damage in a single hit when we crit, and combine that with the fact that to balance our character, we made a deal with the DM. Hang on. The chat got pushed up and it's fighting me to scroll up. Made a deal with the DM to give our character a berserk mechanic. So if we take psychic damage, we get stronger, but attack everything. The DM tries to keep the party away from our character when that happens. Scroll up again. Hang on. Stop fighting me. I want to finish reading that. Please. Please let me scroll up. I think this happened to you the other day, DGen, where it just, because I assume you have the chat in OBS. Let me scroll up, please. Okay, the DM tries to give the party away from our character. When that happens, since we are basically a god in combat, Jesus, if you do, I'll jump on Leon Beam. And that's why. That's why Leon Bean stays in a box somewhere. I'll attack the knight if I first attack before to try and kill it. Hell yeah. I have having chat docked to my OBS. Oh, I hate having chat docked to my OBS. But it means I can actually read chat. Yes, Lopley, give me your attack roll then. 1d20 plus 4. This is the guy in a bad state. If you take them out, you can move on to another one with your second attack. Oh, also ad running. Sorry, anyone who does not have a sub. 22. Hell yeah. Dirty 22. Roll your damage and take this guy out, Lopley. I'll give you the 20 toggle for that as well. We'll go with over 20s for this stream. Wow! Let's go! Let's go! And the crowd in the arena goes wild. Maybe I shall apply to be a model anyway? Hell yeah. Why not? And Spectre with the rolling boulder trap. 55 adventures. Oh my god, Spec. I don't see anyone pulling ahead of you before the end of next month when it resets. And a 6 damage. Hell yeah. Lopley. You murk this guy. And you have another attack. Go for it. Climbing this leaderboard. Spec, you peaked the leaderboard. You're on the top. You're on the top. Looking down at the far distance of second place. Way, way, way below you. 11 is not a hit. That's slightly less climactic. That is not a hit on that one, but you did just murk a guy. So let's hold on to that with the 22 you did do. Sleepless. You protect Degen. Aw. I love the way you protect the little beans. A yeet. Okay. If I shall, I take the damage. You're not really a class with specific mechanics to do that, Lopley. There are such things. But you know what? Since you try to do that so much, that might be your dungeon boon for this game. Okay, big chunk of wall. I want you, Sleepless, roll your regular attack. Grizzly Beans. Grizzly Beans are proficient with improvised weapons, which a giant wall would be. So regular attack is fine. And I'm gonna say if you hit 3d8 damage. Also, welcome back from ads, anyone who's trapped in ad jail. Sorry I haven't done like BRB breaks in this one, in this stream. I just yeah, have been I have too much to keep my attention on already. So what's the bonus? +4 or +4 then, +2 proficiency, so +6. Yes, I think that is correct. Yeah, +6 to your hit. A 9 does not beat their AC. A big ol'. We are so mad. I'm so sorry. A big old chunk of wall lands We'll say here. Next to this guy who just got hella spooked. Spec, thank you for your adventure genocide. Another 2 adventures. Sleepless, you still have movement. We'll charge them then. Use our action to dash. 60 feet movement. Your action... Oh, you have multi-attack, that's right. Alright. Yeah, you do have multi-attack, right? Let me just double check. You make 2 slam attacks. I'll make it a multi-attack. Go for it. Okay, it's a slam. Do you want to make it a shove? Do you want to make it a grapple and pick him up? So the first half of your movement would be 30 feet and then it would be halved, but you'd be carrying him an additional 15 feet, which would probably scare the ever-loving hell out of him. Or just a shove, which would be contested athletics. Yes, you can reach him without the dash. Do you want to be next to your chunk of wall so you could pick it up with your object interaction and smack them with the chunk of wall at point blank on your next turn? Because I'll hell allow that. Sure? Alright. Put you there. Alright. Degen. Degen, there is a guy just to the north of you, or a guy to the south, but you'd have to move around. So 1 slam this turn, and smack next turn. Yeah, you can use your second your slam if you'd like. You're going north, Degen. All right. Sleepless, you can roll your slam, and Degen, you can roll your claws. Do either of you need the numbers? Degen, you have a d20 plus 4 for your attack. Biting the ankles. Hell yeah. 13. 13 is a hit. Roll your slam damage. Degen, an 8. An 8 is not quite enough. You are nipping at their ankles. Oh, it's a 12. You didn't add the modifier. A 12 is not enough though. Their AC is 13. I'm sorry. $12. There is you slam down on this guy, Sleepless, and like they can put arms, legs, and the head in the coffin, but the torso is just paste. It's flattened as you murk this guy. I might have to tune down the big beans, Sleepless. They are probably a tad overpowered, so I might have to tune them down slightly. Maybe make the slam 1d6 instead of 2. But you know, keeping the strength, so you'd still have the really high hit, the really high athletics, so you can do the fun stuff. Okay, Degen, any movement? Reduce movement? Oh, that's also something I could do. big sloth bean. It's Juggernaut, but takes time to get to the action. I'm okay here. Excellent. Okay. That guard is that guard is paced. This guard is still alive. Oh. Spec single-handedly genociding all of the adventurers in the entire world. 62. Jesus Christ. Jazzo only has 36. I'm on a mission. What is your mission? What is your mission? There is not a finite number. I have not set a cap. Okay, this adventure, seeing that it is a fight or die situation, 6-7 or 6-9 I'm hoping for. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. They are going to... Oh, they're going to move to here, try and attack Sleepless. So we did get a pretty decent roll. Let's average 10. And Slam and Yeet is basically all that the Big Bean can do. That is true. That is true. I just feel like there's some fine tuning to do, Sleepless, because I believe my medium beans were originally CR half, and the Bigly beans are CR1. So I think there's just a little bit of fine tuning, not too much. Well, I'll think on it. Okay, so Degen, they have left your threat area. You get an opportunity attack if you would like, and they are going to swing at Sleepless. Yes, hell yeah. Going for another ankle bite. So it's the same rolls again. D20 plus 4 for your attack. I'll just do their swing on Sleepless as well. Will they survive? Yeah, they will. Okay. 17 plus stuff is a hit. And their damage. Did you get hit again? You did. And that's 6 damage. What? And what? Oh no, a 2. Oh, the dice really aren't with you, Degen. I think you're cool, Sleepless. This is the last guard on the field. You can also take the pike stab for a new piercing like Degen if you would like. If you'd like an ear piercing or something. All right. Spec, please don't shoot Sleepless. Just get stuck in the muscle. I can picture that. I don't like picturing it though. Can I summon my book ledger butterfly? Yes. Yes, that's a thing you have. Where is achievements? And then Spectre. Let's see. Book ledger to distract an enemy for 1 turn. All right, Spec. He is now distracted as from your hands you release a small paper butterfly. that flies over from your hand around this guy's head. He swats at it and then is sort of mystified and charmed as the beings currently surrounding him, who are about to murder him, notice that he seems completely entranced. Just makes me happy. Can I make it sit down and distract myself? I mean, if you want, you can distract yourself with it. No, don't leave me, butterfly. Are we the only big tank once again? That seems to be the way of things. I think most people prefer the mini beans, the little beans. So yeah, Spectre, you can use the Ledger Butterfly on yourself if you want. It's okay, I like this visual. It flew away from me. You can use it in every game, so you will get it back. We are slow but consistent. Alright, I'll follow it? Okay. So that is your 30 feet. Use the action to use the ledger. I don't think there's a bonus action you can use. Is that good for your turn? This guy's also dead. I'll just sit and look. Okay. Lopopoli. Lop pop 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 pop. That one spooked me. 4 adventures. What's the number? 66. Okay, you need a 1 or a 3, Spectre. I'm going to shower after that. Probably be even funnier to half the big bean speed, make them even slower, and even more ominous, like an encroaching tide. That's actually a good idea. Going to shower after that. No, she don't need one. I'm not. We are also the only big bean. This is true. I'm not really following Lopley, but it is your turn. My goodness, PU. I don't know that Lopley is stinky. I like Little Bean because is rogue. They are pretty roguey. I'm attack the remaining knight. Hell yeah. I'm not stinky? Well, Lopley says they're not stinky. Also, hi Amir. Hello. Just popped in to say I love you all. Gotta get some sleep. Have a wonderful stream, cuties. Ymir, I didn't get a chance to say before stream, but good job on all your work on your Discord. And also, Ollie/Jazzo was saying you helped them with their Discord. Good work. Thank you so much. You're such a good bean. You're such a sweetie. Have a good sleep. I smell like coconut. Yeah. Smells like coconut to me. Okay, Lopley, you can roll your attack. D20 plus 4, please. No worries at all. Always happy to help. And always appreciated. See you tomorrow. Thanks, y'all. Yippee. $14's a hit. Let's go. Do you want to roll your second attack as well? I'm almost certain there is no way that this guard can survive to their turn. But if they did survive to their turn... Another dirty 20, hell yeah. Hell yeah. What I was saying, even if they do survive to their turn, they are charmed by the Ledger Butterfly and won't actually get to act. So they are pretty doomed. Lopley, roll both your damages, d6 plus 3, and you can do it twice. Wait, quick head math. Yes, you can actually one-shot this guy. You have a chance to. 8 is a decent start. You can do one more, Lopley. 2, 3. All right. Bop. So just to let you know, these guys have 11 health. Lopley, this guy is completely distracted as the little paper butterfly with little sparkles of magic just lands on his nose. He's completely entranced. And you lean forward and dig those claws and rip him apart. He falls back in a haze, still entranced by the butterfly, looking almost blissful. Bleh. All right. And the crowd erupts in cheers for all of you for having defeated the group of guards in this challenge. Woo! Yay! Woo! Even Meridian's family, Meridian is the big lady, they're going, but boo! But it was pretty cool. I mean, you guys did pretty good. It was a pretty good fight. Boo! It's pretty cool though. All right, big clappers from the boss, big clappers from the grandstand. Congratulations, Beans. You have cleared an arena fight. I'm looking at the time. I'm probably not going to do another one tonight, but in future games, we could do more than one fight. I'd let you guys go back to the locker room refresh. We could do crates, so you guys can have some different equipment going in to make things a little bit spicier. Big Bean is very confused what's going on now. Spectre definitely didn't just friendly fire and sit down. Spectre did. Did the Big Bean just come in for a scrap and have no idea this was an actual arena battle? Sleepless. Oof. 3 more adventures. You're getting everyone you can. Wait, 3. Is that it? Is that it? You got 69. Hell yeah. Woo! Yay! Let me clean up the arena. And I'll show you guys one more thing I had that we didn't really have time for. So what I'll do for later arenas, because I will run this one again, is wait, I need to go to this. We can have different arena layouts in the middle, so we can have lava, water, you know, all sorts of different layouts and exciting things. Big Bean got called for resupply drop like in Helldivers. Hell yeah. Big Bean doesn't ask follow-up questions. Ooh, fancy. Thank you, DGen. Yeah, so I can do lots of different sort of setups in the middle. I didn't get any trinkets from the dead bodies. I am sad. You will still get your dungeon boss boon in your achievements afterwards. And I'll try to make them suitable things for all y'all and fun achievements. And also there are the other groups here, so you know it's going to be different every time we do an arena. Yeah, I'll see what my schedule is like, because maybe we could do arenas on a different day or slightly more often, as well as when I just don't have other things planned. It could be my easier go-to if you guys liked it. Hydrate and a posture check. Thank you so much, Aaron. Let's switch over to some slightly more chill music as well. Have to go through ads first. Let's go to the way this works. And there we go. All right, let's pop over to my chat room for a couple of minutes, guys. Also, Sleepless, thank you for the ideas and feedback on what I could do with the Bigly Bean to try to balance that out a little bit while still keeping them the big, super strong, intimidating, fun character that you would like to play and possibly other future Big Beans would like to play. As with everything in the dungeon, both the D&D game itself, the characters, and things like redeems and such, I treasure all of your feedback, so drop it anytime in the stream discussion channel in the Discord. DGen, thank you for the trap lever pull. 4 adventures, excellent. The leaderboard has gotten pretty high, but I'm sure you're not too far off it now. Thank you everyone who came to play. I really appreciate it. I have so much fun running these, and I will try to have a super fun Dungeon Derby ready for next week. So I appreciate all of you. Now I'm gonna find someone to send you guys off to. Reduce movement to 15 feet, but keep them super strong in melee. Crush the enemy's hopes as the tide crushes them. I love that. That's a very nice solution. Thanks for streaming, my goat. Thank you for hydrates, my goat. And thank you so much for everything else you have done in the previous streams. Thank you for the subs, the gifted subs. Thank you for the bits. I really appreciate it. I know they won't see this, but thank you, Maddie, for the bits earlier. That was amazing. I have to wait for Twitch to calculate it, but we have hit enough to get a payout, and I've already 90% decided that the first thing we're going to do is invest in a chibi model, and there are a couple of other things I have on my list. Thank you, I finally got to play again, but I always love listening anyways. I love having you here, Spec. I love that interesting things always happen when you're in game, like shooting one of our own players or watching a butterfly. I love when you guys do kind of unexpected things. Oh, I hope that didn't come through. That was weird. I just wanted to see who is online. Who do we want to raid? Seraph's online. They're currently playing RimWorld. Does anyone fancy that? Or does anyone want us to look for more D&D content? Because I wouldn't mind making more friends in the D&D space as well. RimWorld? Okay. It did. Oh well. Nothing we can do about that. Okay. Let's send you guys over to Seraph. They are an incredibly funny guy. There we go. There's Seraph. They're a very sweet bean. They are a dragon. Bird raid time. Yes. So dungeon raid. We defeated the arena and now we're here for the dragon. I think that's our raid message. Defeated the arena, now here for the dragon. Let's go. Here is a raid message you guys can copy if you would like. And I'm just waiting for the little countdown thing. It'll take a couple more seconds. Ba-ba-bum. There we go, now we can raid. Alright, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for playing. Sleepless, Spec, Degen, Lopley, Aaron, thank you for being here. Ollie, thank you for the raid, and thank you for hanging out for a while. Yes, excellent. Love you all. Love you all. Hope to see you next week. And for my streamer friends, see you Sunday. And see you in your own streams, because I adore all of you. Goodbye, I love you, and take care of yourselves.